Okay. All right, you're live. Okay. There's a clip behind here if you want to put your hand in it. I'm right here.
Hey, how you doing? Ready?
Yes, we are. I'll have to scream because I don't know where he went.
Yeah.
Thanks. Dr. Moore, where are you?
I'm right here.
Okay, there's Dr. Moore.
Come a little closer so we don't. Yeah, I saw it. Great.
William Shenton, come up a little closer.
Yeah. So we have less shuffling during the rally.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, how's everyone feeling today? Yeah! I don't think they can hear you in City Hall. How are you feeling today? Yeah! Are the retirees fired up? Yeah! Are you ready to fight? Yeah! It's a beautiful day. In the neighborhood, exactly. Well, hi everyone, my name is Councilmember Christopher Marte. I represent Norman Hen. I'm so excited to be here with hundreds of retirees to fight for what is right, to fight for what is deserved, for dignity, for pride, and to make sure that a promise that was made is a promise that is kept. It's been a long road. This started out in the de Blasio administration when him and his cronies were coming together in the name of profit for private insurance companies and to throw retirees under the bus. And under this administration, we hoped it would be better, but it was just the same old music playing over and over again, where they listened more to Aetna than they did to the hundreds of thousands of retirees that depend on their health care plan. And so the retirees here, the City Hall ain't new to them. They've been here in the cold, in the blistering heat, making sure that their voice are heard and making sure that we can win the health care that we deserve. And the reason I say we, because even if you're a retiree or you're a current city employee, if they can do this now, they will do this later. And so there's no division on former employees, people who currently work, and future employees. This is a fight for every single New Yorker. Many of these retirees gave their life to the city of New York. When there was white flight, they remained. When there was a crisis like 9/11, Hurricane Sandy, pandemic, they showed up to work to make sure that our city, the city that runs 24/7, can still have the light on in every single building, in every single street.
Absolutely.
And so this is a fight for us as government. And so hopefully my fellow council members, hopefully this administration, or hopefully the next mayoral administration understands that we're not going down without a fight. And because we have won in courts, not just one time, not just two times, but 3 times. 10 times. And so we know we're on the right side of history. We know that this is a legal fight, but this is also a moral fight. If you ever cared about, making healthcare a human right, if you ever cared about making sure private insurance has some oversight and just don't create the monopoly that we've seen all across the country with Medicare Advantage, this is your fight, right? This is for people to live with dignity and to age in place no matter where they are. And so that's why I'm honored here today. That's why I'm honored to have all these retirees, elected officials, former elected officials, activists, organizers, all here united to say we deserve better and that a promise made is a promise kept. And we're keeping that promise today by introducing this bill, which I think is Intro 1096. First, I want to introduce someone that really doesn't need an introduction. Yay. Someone that's been in the forefront of fighting for retirees, taking flights to New York, waking up in the middle of the night for radio calls. She has been the most dynamic person I have ever met. Let's give it up to Maran.
Hey everyone. I don't think this is one. Can you hear me?
I think you do one.
Do I one?
You do one.
Oh, just one?
Yeah.
Hello?
Maybe the phone.
Thank God you lead us better than smoking a mic.
Can you hear me now?
No.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Now try.
How's that?
Yay!
My mouth is big enough anyway. I usually don't even say. But thank you very much, Councilman. It is an honor to be standing here with you today. And yes, this has been a fight that's been 3 years, 3.5 years in the making. We have 3 different lawsuits against the city of New York. We have won, as of last week, 10 times in court with 2 unanimous appeals court decisions. The law and the courts are on our side. We just need to make sure that everybody else is listening. And with this bill, we are hoping to protect traditional Medicare and the benefits that were made to all of these retirees. And it is important that your health care is protected. You worked for decades for the city of New York, and with the promise that it was actually made in this very building in 1967 under Mayor Lindsay that you would have health care, and that he was making sure that all retired workers would have Medicare when you retired. And that promise has been here all along since 1967. And unfortunately, we had a few leaders that lost their way. And we need to make sure that they remember what this is, a federal public health benefit, and should never be privatized. And that you should have the promise that was kept, that was a promise that was made to you. So today we stand with you in solidarity, and we thank you for standing with us. Councilman Holden and the other speakers that will be here to explain to you why we are all standing in unity. So for that, I thank you very much.
Up next, we have Don Omar. I'll let him introduce himself.
Hello, hello, hello. Don't let the little young face fool you. Here's my Medicare card. I am legit. Now, you heard the law is on our side, right? The court is on our side, right? But the power brokers, they're outlaws. So, we can't stop right now. We have to keep moving. The power brokers are at it again. They're trying to swap out our traditional Medicare for Medicare Advantage.
Shame on them!
Now, what is wrong with that?
Everything.
First of all, Medicare is Medicare. Traditional Medicare is universal. It's all over the country. So no matter where you go in the United States, if you have one of these cards, you're gonna be accepted.
Beautiful.
Traditional Medicare Advantage is state specific. It's county specific. So you're gonna lose choice if you follow what the power brokers want to do. The second thing you're gonna lose is you're gonna lose portability. You can't go everywhere with a Medicare Advantage plan. You gotta stay in your state, you gotta stay in your county. So you're gonna lose portability. You'll also lose a lot of other things if you go with a traditional if you go with Medicare Advantage. So I'm strongly suggesting you stick with what you have. I'm angry. You know why I'm angry? because I spend so much on health care and get so little. Of course the doctor can take care of himself. Really? No. I can't take care of myself. I've got to go to the doctor just like you. And I am was spending before I got my traditional Medicare so much. I wanted to be in Medicare. Now I got to Medicare and people are chopping it down, try to get you to go into a Medicare Advantage. Something is wrong with that picture. So I'm angry. I'm angry because what the power brokers are trying to do is to swap out what is good for what is bad. How do we know? How do we know what is good? We look at what happens, the outcomes. Do you know infant mortality is rising in America?
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you know maternal mortality is rising in America? Do you know Americans are living less? Our lives are shorter?
Yep.
Well, they tell us we're doing better, but we know we're feeling worse. So, don't be fooled. You can stop this. You have to stop this. The way you stop it is to do what you're doing now. Hang out with us. Don't let them steal your Medicare. Don't let them prostitute us. Don't let them use our insurance to make profit. Let it stop right now. Let's draw the line, and thank you to you elected officials in supporting us in this endeavor. Thank you all very much.
Let's give it up to Donald Moore. It's a sad thing, but sometimes in City Hall, it's hard to have political courage. But this council member doesn't care what other people think. He stands up for what's right, and I'm honored to introduce our very own Bob Holden, Councilmember Queens.
Thank you, Chris. Now, I'm not only an elected official, but I'm a retiree from CUNY. 40 years, over 40 years, I don't want to say over, how many? But we were promised something.
We were.
I retired in 2017 to join the council on January 1 of 18. I was promised something, and then they tried to pull the rug out from us. They tried to, but we had Maran on our side. She is unbelievable, relentless.
Wonder Woman.
Exactly.
We should erect a statue. After we got to do a statue.
I want to be with that bronze
No,
girl.
on a horse.
With a torch.
Because she led the charge. And this mayor, by the way, is this the one? This mayor, by the way, is reneging because he wants to save money, he thinks, on our backs. That's what he's been doing all along. And it's a scam. We're not going to tolerate it. He will not win. We will. What did we do? I got all this gray hair from working in CUNY. Really, at 35, I went gray. So,
I did too.
Yeah. Well, you look better than I do.
Thank you.
But we're at a situation here where they can't pull the rug out at the last minute and just say, we're changing the game on you. You won't get your doctors, or they said you will, but we know we won't. We won't get our doctors. We'll have to, like the good doctor said, there he is. We can't have our doctors follow us around, right? If I want to go to another state because it's more affordable or because they're taxing the hell out of us here, we should have that right without trying to chase our doctors or get new doctors.
Like on Medicare.
So here we are, and we're fighting, and 10 court wins, 10 wins in court, and this mayor keeps appealing.
Yep.
Why?
He's in their pockets.
Does anybody have a? Because why? He wants to save money on our backs. Well, you know what, Mr. Mayor?
At the expense of our life.
Right, and it's our lives. Period. It's our health.
Yep.
So that's why Marian is so tenacious, by the way. Because nobody gives up. Nobody gives up. But Marian doesn't even know the meaning of giving up. And I've been, again, you've done so much for us. We wouldn't be in this situation if it wasn't for you. We're winning this battle because of you, and because of courage like Chris Marte. He's got the courage. Charles Barron, where's Inez? Right behind you. Charles Barron has the courage. He had it in the council.
But he's a Brooklyn Knight.
And by the way, I sat next to him, and we called ourselves the Great Panthers, not the Black Panthers, the Great Panthers. Because, you know, again, we're retirees. We want to make sure we earned that right to have a great retirement, didn't we? We earned that right.
I'm enjoying every bit of it.
Well, I haven't enjoyed it yet.
I love it.
But thank you so much, Chris. Thanks for stepping up, and thank you, like I said, Mary.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Holden.
Yay!
Up next, we're going to have Sarah Shapiro from CROC.
Woo!
Okay, come on, everybody. CROC is all coming up. Here we are. Okay, wait a minute. Amy, where are you? Here. Where's everybody? Gloria? Come on, man. Here we are. Hey, we are CROC, the Class Union Retirees Organizing Committee. We've been in this fight for 3.5 years since we found out that the city was trying to diminish our health care benefits by taking away our original Medicare and senior care plans and switch us to a Medicare Advantage plan. We took to the streets in the summer of 2021, 400 seniors and allies in the hottest day of the year, and we've been on the streets, in City Hall, and in the courtroom since then. And Christopher Marte has been at our side every step of the way. He was at our first die-in the fall of 2021, and he was with us again on September 30th at our second die-in in front of the Aetna offices. He was with us 2 years ago at our Medicare Advantage Halloween horror press conference, and he was the first signatory of our open letter to Mayor Adams way back in December of 2021. And we come today to thank him for his authenticity, his steadfast commitment to always standing with the people. He knows what he stands for, and that's what guides his politics. He knows what he believes in and what is right and good for the people. He's the real deal, and we appreciate him, and we thank you, Councilmember Martin. Why are we against Medicare Disadvantage? I think we all know. They are for-profit, corporate-driven insurance plans that have been scamming seniors, Congress, and everyone else. They have they do deceptive advertising. They're being investigated for fraud, upcoding, billions that they have stolen from our Medicare trust fund, delays in care, denials in care, and the deaths that have resulted from these practices. Very limited networks, the AI technology that they use to deny care to sick elderly patients and the disabled, and the list goes on. The reality is 250,000 of us municipal retirees worked for this city for decades. We were promised our public Medicare and senior care plan. We earned it, and we deserve it. In the words of Councilmember Gail Brewer, a promise is a promise.
Yes.
And in the words of another great woman, today, when we fight, we win.
Yay!
Evie.
As a 91-year-old, this our moment.
Yay!
Stand here demanding the health care we earn and deserve. Now, all of you out there are our leaders in this ongoing struggle. A shout out to our #1 leader, Maran. A shout out to the little old ladies like me.
Yay!
That we are fighting. We're not staying home anymore. We are fighting for what we earn and deserve.
Yay!
And by telling you something, we are winning this fight.
Yes.
Aetna has fired its CEO.
Yes.
And lost $1.2 billion. They are greedy and they deserve to go down. And we're going to help them go down.
Amen. Amen.
Shut them down! Shut them down! Shut them down! Shut them down! Shut them down!
Fight is ours to win.
Amen.
Amen.
With CROC, with the Physicians for a National Health Program, with the PSC, with the New York City Organization of Public Service Retirees, with all of you, we are putting you on notice. We will prevail.
Thank you.
Up next, we have an individual who's been fighting for the right for people to exist, for the people to have liberation. No other than our very own Charles Berry! What do we want?
Medicare!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Medicare!
When do we want it?
Now!
When?
Now!
When?
Now!
They ask me if I think Mayor Adams should resign. I said to them, he should have never been elected in the first place. I don't care about the corruption stuff, that's on them, because I don't trust the FBI. But his policies are corrupt. His policies. How dare he have the street crime unit of Giuliani come into our districts? How dare he have health care? Health care, after we said we would pay for it, and we've done that for 50 years, here he comes and wants to take it from us. Say boo to Mary Adams. Boo! Shame on you.
Shame on you!
It's his policies. He doesn't want us to have no cash bail for young people who commit crimes that are not violent. He wants them to go to jail. He was against, that's right. If y'all gonna boo, boo it louder so he can hear you. Much better, much better. And how dare he go against the FEPS program? We were talking about vouchers for the homeless. Give them a big. But I'm so proud of you. The struggle that you have waged. Mariana, give her another big hand clap. They made a mistake. When I left, they put my man in my seat. And he got in that seat and he said, you may think you're punishing me, but I thank you for putting me in the seat of Charles Barron. And now he is carrying the bill. Give our council member a big hand clap, because this is not easy. Big hand clap. Inez and I gotta go because we're gonna get an award for affordable housing in Manhattan. So straight ahead, and as my 90-year-old leader said, we are winning, and inevitably we will win. Capitalism is dying all over the world. Imperialism is dying all over the world. and the oppressed people are rising up, especially in the Sahel region and Africa. They're rising up, and they said, France, get the hell out of Africa and leave the uranium behind. And the Palestinian brothers and sisters, how could Kamala, Trump, all of them are supporting genocide of the Palestinian people, and we should support nobody that supplies bombs to kill babies. Straight ahead, forward ever, backward never, we will win.
Let's give it up one more time to Charles Barron!
We will win.
We will win! We will win! We will win! Up next, we have an individual, a former assembly member, who knows a thing or two about healthcare, a thing or two about understanding the moment that we're in, and he understands being on the right side of history. Let's give it up to Dick Guffy!
Well, thank you, Chris. Couple of things. One, you may not know this, but both Charles Barron and his wife Inez served some time in the New York State Assembly, and I really got to love them. I especially got to love Charles, who sat next to me for a lot of his time in the Assembly. Terrific fighters. And my son lives in Chris's district, my son and his family, and I'm so delighted that they are so well represented. So I am here today not only as a retired state worker, but after I retired, I got elected to the board of Physicians for a National Health Program, which for decades has been fighting for improved Medicare for all, including for the New York Health Act here at the state level. Now, as a state retiree, you all recognize what this is.
Oh yes, I have one.
This is my Medicare card, and since I retired, I use this a lot. And I tell you something, if anybody tried to take this Medicare card away from me, I would be mad as hell. And so are you. And I would fight like hell, and so are you.
Yes.
Now, what a lot of people, the commercials for Medicare Advantage never tell you that it is basically for-profit health insurance. And Medicare Advantage companies don't make money by providing health care. They make money by saying no. No to what doctor or hospital you can go to, no to what care they will let you receive. Now, this is not some accident. This was the plan. In 1971, Richard Nixon was putting together what Donald Trump would call concepts for health legislation. And what he zeroed in on was managed care. And when he was first introduced to that concept, his chief of staff, Ehrlichman, was explaining it to him. Thanks to the White House tapes, we got to listen in on that conversation. So John Ehrlichman says to him, describing managed care, he says, all the incentives are towards less medical care, because the less care they give them, the more money they make. And the incentives run the right way. And Richard Nixon, hearing this, says, not bad. Well, That's not what we think. And that's what they're trying to put city retirees into. Now, my mother, who was a New York City high school math teacher, retired young enough and lived long enough that she was a city retiree for 38 years.
Wow. Wow.
Turned out to be a pretty good deal for her.
Awesome.
So, both as a state retiree and as the son of a city retiree, I have an idea what's at stake here. And so I want to thank Councilmember Marte for his fight. I want to thank all of you for being in this fight. And we're all in this together, and we're going to win. Thank you.
When we fight,
We win.
when we fight,
We win.
when we fight.
We win.
Up next, I want to invite New York City retiree William Shenton.
Yay, William.
Thank you. Thank you. Am I coming across there? Yes. Okay. Hi, I retired from the Housing Authority in December. Okay. William Shenton, a December 2000 Housing Authority retiree. I live in New Jersey. New York City promised me and my wife, as they did all of you, premium-free Medicare A and B with supplemental insurance for life. In 2021, New York City broke their promise to us when they told us we would be put into a Medicare Advantage plan unless we paid $195 per person per month premium to keep Medicare A and B. There are unresolved problems with Medicare Advantage plans. Susan had an immune system disease. Her rheumatologist prescribed a medication that costs over $12,000 a month.
Wow.
My union drug coverage has a family ceiling of $30,000 a year. Susan had to buy a Medicare drug plan so she could continue her medications. Advantage plans don't allow individual drug plans. We were told that Susan would have to use my union drug coverage. After 2 months, we would not be able to afford our medicine. I contacted Deputy Commissioner of Labor Relations Claire Levitt about this, but was never given a solution. Traditional Medicare covers every doctor and hospital we've ever used. Susan was hospitalized last year and remained so for most of the 5 months until she died in November. The explanation of benefit letters from Empire Blue Cross noted that our hospitals were out of network. That didn't matter because we had traditional Medicare Empire paid. Those were the hospitals where our doctors practice. I could not verify that our hospitals or doctors would accept this new Advantage plan. With traditional Medicare, most of this country is in network. Access to adequate health care is a human right that should not be controlled by greedy for-profit insurance, and drug companies. I feel betrayed by Mayor Adams and my former union who agreed to this. I want to thank Councilmember Marte for supporting our fight to keep traditional Medicare. Thank you, Council.
Thank you.
Thank you. One thing is clear. If they come after one set of workers, they will go against every single worker.
And they are now.
And that's what they're doing right now. And so I am so honored that we have members of the Ain't I a Woman campaign who have been fighting to end the 24-hour workday for home attendants here in New York City. People who have dedicated their life to our seniors and to our most vulnerable, similar to what you have done for your life, making sure that every New Yorker can live with dignity. And so let's give it up to home attendants Chuan Zhang Ling and An Lu Lo from Ain't I a Woman.
Okay, great.
大家好，今天我们来这里是支持4退休工人的 因为他们勤勤恳恳为柳州政府做了这么多年的工，到头来市政府却在他们最需要医疗和健康的关键来削减他们的工资。我呢是华策会的护理员，我在华策会做24小时工作做了10多年了已经。我清楚的知道，我们在做24小时的时候，我们没有一天是有休息。睡觉都很多的时间我都没有的，我们就是在每天都要照顾老人家的日常生活，买东西啊，照顾他们吃啊，帮他们洗澡啊，连晚上我们都没有睡觉的时间，所以我们做了那么多年，我们的身体都作垮了，差不多每一个护理员，我们的身体都落下了很多病根。那么我们现在在这里呢，就是想要大家知道，我们今天为什么会来这里？因为你们的今天可能就是我们的未来，我们可能也会给政府削弱我们的那个红蓝卡的制度，是我的医疗是。那么现在呢，我们呢就是知道。市政府呢，对我们的退休工人削减你们的那个医疗保险，不管我们工人的死活，真是可耻。所以我们护理员要和你们退休工人团结在一起，要求市府还我们的健康，还我们的 Medicaid。
So I briefly translate. So why are we here today? First, I'm a home care worker from Ali Lok, working for Chinese American Planning Council for years, and 24-hour shift, only got paid 13 hours. Wow. And we know this is a very hard work because we have to get up every night multiple times, taking care of patients in very serious conditions. So we know firsthand that the healthcare, the health is very important for us and for all the workers. So, we're seeing that the government, trying to cut our Medicare, trying to cut our benefit, and this is not right. And we know that the city workers have done a lot, contribute a lot, to make the city run. So it's very unfair, for you guys. And if the city and if the government is cutting your Medicare, we will be the next. So, we're standing with you in solidarity. And we hope we continue to fight together.
Thank you.
大家好，我係凌雲欣，我喺華澤會已經做工做咗有9年多，差唔多10年啦。我退咗休啦，我而家年紀已經要80啦。我喺華澤會做工做咗咁長時間呢，我全身都係病痕噶啦。如果你喺今日入咗市府嗰啲退休醫療。今日就輪到佢，明日就輪到我啦。輪到我入咗我啲醫療，我已經做到全身都係病痕啦。我而家年紀大咗，入咗我啲醫療，你叫我點辦呢？叫我喺佢等死無還是點呢？我啲醫療好重要嘅話，我已經係喺做護療24小時工作，做為咗我個身體話，我一定要團結一齊，啲退休工人一齊，唔好將我啲。喺醫療削減佢，我哋咧醫療好重要嘅話，我哋已經年紀大咗要醫療啊，要保障我哋個醫療啊，我哋醫療年紀越大越需要醫療。如果你係cut咗我哋醫療，我哋喺佢等乜嘢咧？等死啊！我已經80幾歲人啦，削咗我啲醫療點辦啊？
So my name is Ling Qinxiang. I also work at the Chinese American Planning Council, and I'm now retired. I do 24-hour work days before, and it really hurt my health. And I'm now 80 years old, and I can't imagine, without if our health benefit being cut, what can we do? We just sit home and die. So if the city cutting your benefit today, it will cut our benefits tomorrow. So let's stand together and protect our health benefit, protect Medicare and Medicaid. Thank you.
No
Finally, I want to say thank you to all the retirees that came out today. You are not just fighting for yourself, you're fighting for people all across this country. People who went to Arizona, to Florida to be retired, and now can't stand up to fight for what they deserve. And so you are fighting for thousands of other workers and future workers, so thank you so much. I'm gonna go into City Hall, introduce this bill proudly, and we're gonna make sure that when we fight, we win! 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 And that's what we're gonna do.
Hey everyone, I do want to say thank you all to come out, but there's also a few people that I do want to thank especially, is that there are a few unions with us today. So Plumbers Local 1, are you still with me? Thank you very much. Thank you, Plumbers Local 1. To the corrections captains, thank you for standing with us. Yay! Maritime Masters, Mates, and Pilots, thank you very much. EMTs, paramedics, and fire inspectors of Local 2507, thank you very much. To the laborers, 924, thank you. You're welcome, honey. The council website and live stream the hearing from there. We will go inside if we can get in to record it and put it on our YouTube channel. Thank you everyone for standing with us today, and thank you, Councilman. We appreciate you.
Yeah, baby, I'm ready.
Wait.
Oh yes, yes, this would be great.
Wonderful.
You can make $1 million off this picture. It all adds up.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you for passing it on.
Marianne.
Thank you.
Marianne, young lady, one second.
1 second.
How you doing, Mary?
Hi, honey.
Linda.
You too.
I need to smoke, so I got my car.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
I'm here, Linda.
She knows.